Yeah, Shalom Israel, no doubt. Listen, the name of this convening is where the fuck are these 500,000 dead COVID bodies at? Now they running around saying that 500, that's a half a million people have died in 1 year. This started 1 year ago in March, all right? And they're saying 500,000 people have died. A nigga like me says that is utter bullshit. Okay, like all things related to COVID. That's all bullshit. Listen to the train of thought. I do this because we may have brothers and sisters who are in the truth, but are still affected by things that this white man says. So I'm going to present evidence of things that have to be questioned. And I'm going to go like this. So we all know that when someone dies, like at a public or private place, either one, that their dead body must be transported to be prepared for burial. Okay? Um, am I not correct? Or are you telling me that y'all all of a sudden uh, don't give a fuck about where your dead body's at? Huh? Because I never did. I never thought that people needed to be concerned with funerals and what cemetery they're gonna be buried at, and all of this shit about they want to be with they love. How the fuck you gonna be with your loved one and your asses don't exist no more? Why the fuck do you care about that shit? I never did, and I thought all these niggas who thought that were ridiculous, and I didn't give a fuck about the white people. All right, but now we got 500,000 that have died in public places like a hospital or a nursing home or even a house, whatever. That's private and public. All right. Um, that's an enormous number, mind you. But they say that all of these people died of the same thing, that being COVID. Okay? So it should it should be no thing that I'm asking fundamental goddamn questions. Shouldn't be no thing. You believe this shit. You second guess uh anything born of diligent discernment. Okay? Diligent discerning. I'm sorry. Um, so now, like I said, this 500,000 people, they died in public and private shit. Some people died at home. Most of them died at a nursing home or a hospital, though. That's what they saying. All right? So, now, this 500,000, mind you, is in addition, it should be, to almost 3 million people that die annually anyway. Okay? This is just some other shit. What happened? Okay. So on top of the 3 million people that die every year of whatever causes, 500,000 died strictly from COVID. That's what they saying. All right. So me, I'm thinking, shit. Where the fuck are all the dead bodies at? Now this is in addition to the 3 million people that die every year anyway. All of those people die of all kind of various uh, things. Some people die of heart disease, some people die of cancer, some people die of this, some people die of that, but they're saying 500,000 died strictly of COVID. All right. um like I said, where are the bodies? Now, that's a lot of bodies. These bodies that they talking about, these dead bodies, they they died most of them in public places, hospitals and nursing homes. So cuz I speak to many different Hebrews that live in many cities. Every day Not one of these niggas say that there is no kind of extra ambulance activity. Okay? These CNN motherfuckers have the goddamn number of deaths posted on the TV screen every day. All of these news channels telling you how many people this week. Today we lost 1,000 people. Where did you lose these 1,000 people at? Where are their dead bodies? That's what I want to know. Nobody asked this question though. All right. Cause I speak to Hebrews all over the place, and they don't make no mention of this. All right. It should be ambulances or black coroner vehicles that are transporting these bodies that died in public places, also private, but namely the public places, hospitals, nursing homes. They gotta when they die, they got to get them from there to be prepared for burial. Okay, am I right? All right. The CNN motherfuckers post the deaths every day, all day. Think about it. New York City, supposed to have the most deaths. Mind you, the city been on major lockdown for a whole year now. The whole year. They got the most deaths, they say. Um, so I calculate the shit being streets that are less hustle and bustle that since all of these people died up there, and the city's been on lockdown. The city ain't been you can't go out and eat. You got you can't gather with people. They bust your ass up if you catch you at your house gathering. You can't go to no churches. None of this shit. So when these niggas, uh, when they talk about all of these people that have died, um, there you have to think about the fact that this place has been on lockdown. The whole city of New York, the biggest city in the motherfucking America. All this has been on total lockdown. But they're telling you all like 70, 80,000 people, whatever the fuck it is, people have died in addition, mind you, to all the motherfuckers that die um, every year anyway. And all of these dead bodies, where are they? Now, if you can't go out to eat in the restaurants, you can't gather with people, you can't go to churches, you can't go to ball games, you can't do nothing out in the public, that means it should be really visible in the streets as to activity like ambulances and coroner vehicles. And listen, like I said, I talk to Hebrews every day that are in different cities around America, and none of them can attest to the fact that all kind of extra dead bodies is needing to be transported in their city. These are physical bodies. They have to be picked up, carried away, and taken to wherever the fuck they're gonna prepare them for burial. Have you heard anything about there being a rise in burials? Have you heard anything about a rise in burial companies? They should be making more money, burying more motherfucking people that's coming into their doors, through their doors. I want to know, have you heard anything about this? Like I said, I talk to brothers and sisters every day, and all of us live in different cities. They no mention of any extra activity. So where the fuck are all these dead bodies? I'm asking a simple question. All right? Like I said, New York been on lockdown for the whole year. So this should be because I calculate the streets as being less hustle and bustle, thus easier like a motherfucker to see streets, uh, to see um, to see with your own eyes these ambulances and coroner vehicles going up and down the street. You got to move the bodies. There's no way to get around that. They died in public places. or private, and they have to be transported to a place where they're prepared to have the body buried. That's the way it goes. All right. Now, like I said, with the streets being, with all of the businesses being closed, you should really be. It should be very easily, and very visible that all this extra activity is going on. Nobody's gonna be able to say, "No, I haven't seen nothing change. I ain't seen no ambulances. I've not seen no coroner vehicles. Nothing. Everything's the same as it's been." Well, where the fuck are those dead bodies at if everything's the same? They say 500,000 of them have died in America. That's the largest population in America. New York City and, their surrounding cities like Jersey, Delaware, whatever. Okay. But no uptick in activity, ambulances and coroner vehicles. How you gonna move these bodies and ain't nobody seeing it? All right. Um. Um. Now another thing. All of these bodies, 500,000. Okay. You say that's how many people have died. What about all the other deaths? Cancer, uh, sickle cell, whatever the fuck that people die of every day in America. What about all of those bodies? You had to move those dead people too. And where do you burying these motherfuckers? Nobody's asking this shit. So these motherfuckers, since they think your ass is still asleep mentally and worried about getting some stupid ass vaccine, they figure they can continue CNN showing that number, and today it grows by 1,000. By the end of the week, they say there's 7 more thousand people dead. Okay, well, where are those bodies? Like I said, I ain't seen they. Everybody's supposed to be dead of COVID because I ain't heard about nobody dying of all the shit they regularly die about, and I'm like, why not? Like heart disease, cancer, all that shit. I'm just an extra suspicious nigga to uh, to anything that got to do with the white man. I'm just me. I always have been and will always will be. Okay, uh, that shit that got to be looked into. If you want me to believe this shit, you got to show me the shit, and they ain't showed you a motherfucking thing. But that's fine. Y'all niggas want to believe it? Go ahead, knock yourself out. But you don't know about what somebody died of. How you know? How do you know somebody died of COVID? How do you know that there is such a thing? And I talk to niggas about this. Oh, my mama died. So what? Your mama died. We ain't talking about did she die? We're talking about did she die of some shit called COVID? That's what we're talking about. And if so, how do you know that? How the fuck would you know what they died of? If you did, you wouldn't be asking the motherfucking white man what they died of. You, when they in COVID, they figured out some new shit. They put these motherfuckers in the hospital, and the next thing you know, you got tubes and shit running out your ass. Okay? And with these tubes, when they die, how do you know what they died of? You wasn't in the hospital with them. They figured that shit out sometime out down the street from after the virus appeared. Oh, we can keep people in the hospital and they can't even have no visitors. So if nigga you can't visit them, you can't talk to them and all this shit, how the fuck do you know what they died of? How do you know there is a fucking such thing as COVID? How? You got some lab shit at your house equipment? How do you even know that there is? Oh, you going by what you heard. You don't know that there's no goddamn COVID. How do you know then? Tell me. Shit. Then they got this stupid ass vaccine shit. which we don't know what it is. They said themselves they give so many people the disease, and so many people, I mean, the cure for the disease, and so many people get a placebo shot. That's just nothing. Okay? So, how would you ever know which one you received? How would you ever know? How? I'm asking basic questions. Should nobody have no problem answering? You say that your parents or your daddy, your granddaddy, or somebody died from this disease. I'm asking you, how do you know that? See, this shit turned into when these crackers, when they first said a year ago that this disease sprang up, they were it was new to them, or they were playing like it was new, and only a few motherfuckers knew anything about it. And then over the dispensation of time, um next motherfucker start running they goddamn mouth. Now you got all these nigger bitches and these niggas running they goddamn mouth right there with the cracker. This cracker, Dr. Fauci, he changes up his motherfucking recommendations every day. He say the shit'll be gone in 5 minutes, and then the next second he's saying, "Oh, even when it's gone, we still gotta wear a mask and shit." But I thought you just inoculated the population. Why the fuck would we still have a mask if the shit prevents people from getting the disease? I don't understand. But like I said, I can go on forever because they got nothing but holes in their game, and you niggas don't have time to listen to this bullshit because your job is to be in these goddamn scriptures. That's the only thing that you need to be in. That's the only thing that told you the truth on earth. The Father told you he made foolishness the wisdom of this world. So all this here is foolishness. You, nor I, nor him, nor her, nor anybody can affirm that what they're saying is the truth. So why would you just listen to the white man who's been lying all this time for 400 years? Why would you listen to him tell you that there's some this virus out here and you need to be worried about that? Now, I ain't tripping on you. You wear masks, so you got to get in the store. Look, you wear shirt and shoes when you go in the motherfucking store, too. They require that. So a mask, that's their requirement. If you want to come in the store, put your mask on. If you don't, then fuck it. That's the simple thing. Okay? But niggas, I've seen niggas riding down the motherfucking street, walking in their neighborhood and all this shit with a mask on. What the fuck? What the fuck? Every death that they say is COVID, niggas don't know what it is. They say, yeah, it's COVID too. So, all of these niggas is getting paid off this shit and getting perks for, continuing to spread the COVID bullshit. So it worked out well though. If niggas got some money, I hope they put that money away and save that shit, cause these bills, listen, they about to turn this shit back on. Don't play no games. You ain't gonna be able to immediately go out and get in the store without a mask. They gonna keep this shit on for a while, but eventually, that's why they're vaccinating, to prevent the spread of the disease. If ain't nobody got the goddamn disease, or everybody's been inoculated against the disease, then what the fuck's the reason why you gotta still wear a mask? But they telling you gotta still wear a mask. Why would you have to do that? Why can't you gather and go see your grandmama and all that bullshit? Why can't you go to a motherfucking football game? Why can't you? All stupid shit, mind you, but you should be able to do it if that's what the fuck you want to do. But they're telling you can't. But they're telling you they inoculated your ass. So I don't know where the truth is. It's up in between all of these lies. The truth is. So keep searching the truth. Keep questioning everything. Keep listening to what I tell you, no doubt, because you have had all of these same fucking thoughts. And if you haven't, man, I introduced you to them. And then you give them some thoughts. And then you'll make a decision on what the fuck you believe. I would suggest and encourage all you niggas to get in the scriptures like they got you in this COVID shit. Because at the end of the day, none of that shit matters. All right? No doubt, Israel. Shalom.